So how's everybody doing? It's Hank back with another Two Birds and a Third short discussion. I know I haven't been doing these recently, but I thought I'd do this when football season eventually started, and that happened to be yesterday. And I've been quite busy. So let's get into it. Let's get into the main meat and potatoes of this video. Now, yesterday's game between the Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs was a very entertaining game. It's the kind of game that every football player wants to see, and we were in for a treat when it happened. The first football game of the season, it was action-packed. There were players that you didn't expect were going to do anything. There were ups, there were downs. It was all great. First and foremost, everyone who brings you Two Birds and a Third and the Two Birds and a Third football podcast was completely wrong about this game. Okay, we all said that the New England Patriots would win the game because, for the most part, besides the 2012 New York Giants, every team that wins the Super Bowl always wins the opening Thursday night game at their house. Again, the exception is the Giants and the Baltimore Ravens, who we all know had to play their opening day game in Denver back in 2013 because of something to do with baseball. Couldn't have had the game in Baltimore because of the Orioles. Now, I'm not going to stand here and blame this game on Tom Brady. Every hot take out there is going to be coming out and saying, this game is on Tom Brady. He's 40 years old. He's too old to be playing this game. He's starting to decline. Now, I'll say this. Tom Brady didn't have a perfect game. Okay? There were a lot of things that occurred during the game that, were completely out of his control. The offensive line didn't do as well blocking him. I feel like the play situation was not really to his strengths, and I felt like he could have thrown more deep balls to Brandon Cooks. But the red zone, the Mike Gillislee 1-yard dives at the end zone in the red zone, that really worked for the New England Patriots as they started to use that to gain their lead. I don't even think Tom Brady even scored a touchdown during the game. But they had 27 points. No, he didn't score a touchdown during the game. The biggest problem with the New England Patriots last night was their defense. And in the first half, it looked like they were going to be fine, but the Kansas City Chiefs really pushed hard. And they really stuck to their strengths of the West Coast offense, running the football with Hunt, a newly acquired running back from Toledo, and he really led the way for the Kansas City Chiefs. And Alex Smith, he played to his strengths, throwing the ball to the running back. That is a big staple of the Andy Reid offense. Throwing the ball to the running back, throwing the ball to the tight end. Again, he threw 4 touchdowns, and none of them went to a wide receiver. So, again, this was a good game. I mean, besides Tyreek Hill, but Tyreek Hill to me is an offensive weapon. He can play running back, he can play wide receiver, he can play return guy. I guess he's a receiver, but not really as much of one as a receiver as is the stereotypical wide receiver. But you can see the title of this video. This game and the outcome of this game does not rest on Tom Brady. I know every hot take is going to say Tom Brady's done. Okay? To me, and me personally, this game was one of those very rare games that come on the shoes of Bill Belichick. Up 7-0, just got a fumble on the first carry for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're in Chiefs territory. They're deep in Chiefs territory. Has the chance to kick a field goal on 4th and inches deep in their territory. He gets too cocky. Bill Belichick gets too cocky and he decides whether it was his decision or it was Josh McDaniels' decision. I believe they still have Josh McDaniels to uh to call that play. And I believe it was a run by Gillislee. What they should have called was a quarterback dive by Tom Brady. Now I forgot what the play was, but they should have kicked the field goal. They should have gotten their points. They should have gone up 10-0. Because what I know about the Kansas City Chiefs is that they are an amazing defense. This is a team that relies on stopping teams in the red zone. You know, they are a bend but do not break defense. And it is demoralizing for an offense to go in and have a chance to get points, but you don't. Okay? A field goal is always better than nothing. You have Steven Gostkowski or Gostkowski, or however you say his name, as your kicker, one of the best kickers in the National Football League, one of the most accurate kickers in the National Football League, and it's a would-be chip shot field goal. But instead of doing that, they ran a 4th and inches play. They didn't get it. Now, they didn't get it twice in this game. Now, they didn't get it another time later in the game when they were already down. But what did the Chiefs do after that? I don't know if they specifically did it on that drive, but they went ahead and had a go-ahead touchdown to make the game 7-7. That was what you'll call it a 4-point swing. So I put this game on Bill Belichick. That doesn't mean Bill Belichick's done. This doesn't mean the Patriots are done. He's allowed to make mistakes. He might be the best head coach in NFL history because he has 5 Super Bowls and has been to 7 Super Bowls. Of course, in the modern era. But I am not going to put the whole season or his whole reputation on the line because of this. He's allowed to make mistakes. He's done this before. Everyone remembers the 2000, I believe it was the 2009 Patriots against the Indianapolis Colts. He did this exact same thing. The Colts got the ball. They scored a touchdown, I believe. I think it was 4th and 2. But again, this was a mistake he made. I fully expect him to never make this mistake again. Or whoever was calling the plays. But here's the final prediction. And I hate predictions. This is why I hate predictions. Because everyone was saying that the New England Patriots were going to go 16-0 during the season. Here's what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is this. I'm going to say that after this game, the Patriots will either be extremely mediocre or they are going to roll off 15 wins and go to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're not going to go to the Super Bowl. Now, I was thinking before this game that they weren't going to go to the Super Bowl because it's an off year for the New England Patriots. But, of course, they're going to be amazing. But this game and that one play, that one situation was completely on Bill Belichick. This is Hank. I hope you guys have a good Friday, and I will be back within the week with more content. And I hope everyone has a very good day for opening day of the NFL season on Sunday. Peace.